Hey guys, Coach Mitch here. How you doing? Let's talk about this. I'm in a very unique position when it comes to the CBP getting information on people who did pass or didn't pass because I get emails all the time about this. And a lot of times people tell me on email, Mitch, I just took the interview. I found your channel late, so I took it anyway, and I hope that I pass. And I hear that word a lot, the word hope. And you can't hope your way past the structured interview because it's really a matter of strategy, preparation, repetition, keywords, law enforcement, and it's not about hope at all. Hope has very little to do with it. Hope doesn't get you hired. Preparation does get you hired. The truth is, the truth is about 7.4% of the 10 people who apply do not make it, whether it's because of the BI, the background investigation, whether it's because of the structured interview, which takes out a lot of you guys on the dreaded poly, which I'm not a fan of at all. If you guys follow my channel enough, you'll know I'm not a fan of the poly for an entry-level, federal-level law enforcement job. It just seems too much. They don't pass because they're bad people. They don't pass because they're not smart people. They don't pass because they're not prepared. That's why. They're not prepared for the interview. It's a whole different structure. Many people walk in there thinking it's going to be some civilian-based interview, right? The 5-year thing. Where are you going to be in 5 years? Give me a strength. Give me a weakness. When these folks walk into this interview, that Zoom opens up, and they think they're going to hear questions like that from a smiling, laid-back type interview panel, and they get the opposite instead. Heavy, hardcore situational questions, straight faces, zero emotions, firing at you, boom, 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 boom. These situations, they're floored, they're hammered, they're just gone. They end up guessing their way through it. And you know what happens with guessing. It doesn't get you anywhere. In the federal level interview, you can't guess your way through. You have to know what's going on. The structured interview has nothing to do with personality like you would think, like applies for the civilian type interviews. Those are some personality that's involved, right? Because the right fit, right? That has a lot to do with personality based. I know I've done it myself. I've gotten through my interviews in the civilian side because of my personality, right? But on the structured interview side, God, it's about facts, about knowing what you talk about. Showing leadership, showing good judgment, showing emotional control. But the problem with this, the structured interview on purpose will expose your weaknesses in judgment, your weaknesses in leadership, your weaknesses in emotional control. It exposes all of that, right? It's tough to get past if you're not ready for it. You got to think of the structured interview. Each portion of it is like a filter, right? Each question is a filter. Can you make it through the first filter, the second filter, the third filter? That's what it's all about. Because they're trying to filter you down to see who's going to be the quality versus the quantity. Now, they're not desperate for employees who are qualified. What does that mean? It means that, yeah, they need people for sure. That's a guarantee. CBP needs people. There's no doubt about that. But when it comes to CBPO or the other ones, they're not going to water down their qualifications. They need people who are qualified. So the problem that if you walk into what you think is a civilian-based interview, you're thinking, well, this test is unfair. It's not cool. It's not right. But in reality, though, the test is fair for the structured interview because you have had time to prepare to do your homework. It's not a structured interview for the unprepared. It's for the ones who are ready to do battle. The ones who are ready to do battle, they're the ones who go through the interview tips. They understand the scoring criteria, which is not points. People think it's points. It's got nothing to do with points. The civilian interview is points. The structured interview is not points. People think that all the time. It's not that. And so what happens when you're not ready, thinking you're ready for the civilian type interview, you're going to panic because you're not ready. And you're going to miss this prime opportunity to change your life, to make it awesome. Gosh, man, my God, to make an awesome career change for yourself and blaze a path for the rest of your family as you're going down this route of wearing the badge. This is where my coaching comes in. I just don't help you prepare. I train you to think, to speak, and to perform like a federal officer. I train you to do all of this before you even sit down in front of this hard panel. Whether it's FBI, Secret Service, Federal Air Marshal, CBP, or BP, I train you that way. I have got tons of receipts. You guys see it all the time in my comments. You see it all the time from me, from people who've passed. I tell you this all the time. 6 years of coaching, 90.4% success rate. I have got people who were truck drivers, who were nurses, who were security guards who have passed because I take them from nervous to confident, right? That's what I do. I'm good at that. I cannot fix your car, right? I can't paint your house. It'd be a terrible paint job if I tried, right? But I can get you ready for this. I don't sugarcoat anything in my coaching. Yes, I'm personable, but when I coach you in an interview panel environment, I hammer the stuffing out of you because that is what they're going to do to you. In this battle, you need a friend who's by your side. You need someone who understands, who can read you and understand your weaknesses, what to work on. A friend may see your weaknesses, but they're not going to tell you how to work on it because one, they don't know. And number two, friends are not always honest because they don't want to hurt your feelings. I really don't care about your feelings. I care about putting a badge on your chest. That's important because that's my legacy involved as well. I'm in my late 50s. My legacy is important. It rides upon your success. This is why I train 11 hours a day with people 7 days a week, even on vacation. I took an 11-day vacation. I spent 4.5 days training in Hawaii, my people, on Zoom still. I still did my training for them because it's important. When you have someone like me as fired up as I am all the time, it's to your benefit. It's to your success. If you're serious about CBP, BP, FBI, Secret Service, or Federal Air Marshals, the difference between you and everyone else is going to be your mindset. I'm going to show you how to show up there like a professional, how to already speak like an officer. There are so many formulas I have to use to instill in your mind to show you how to show up like an officer to the interview. You don't want to be perceived as Joe Civilian. Joe Civilian never gets hired. Those are what I call my repeats. I have repeats at a 32% rate. So what's a repeat? A repeat is somebody who tried it on their own without going through me at all. They say, this time I want to make it, and they come through me for that. And I help you understand the process because it's a process. It's a formula. It's a foundation I need to help you understand. The CBP process doesn't measure perfection. I'm not trying to get perfection out of you. I'm trying to get presence out of you to make sure they understand this person in that Zoom is present. I'll show you exactly what the panel wants to hear, how to structure every answer. You guys who've been through my coaching program know this already. I help you to the best of my ability. In the comments down below, people who've been through my program will tell you that. They'll tell you I've been there for them, I'm there for them, I helped them out. This is what it's all about. I make sure I'll show you how to demonstrate the federal level composure. I do it all for you because I want the badge on your chest. I want you to fulfill that career. I want you to get out of that job you hate every day, go into a Monday, and you can't wait till Friday. That's not living. That's a terrible way to live your life. But 87% of Americans live that way. Oh, here comes Monday. I can't wait for Friday. When you're protecting your country, you perceive Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday. It doesn't matter. You're protecting your country in a very valuable position. If you made it this far in this video, it's because you care about the career. Don't keep throwing away months practicing yourself, testing yourself, seeing how you would do. Don't do that. Join the over 900 people in the past 6 years who've gone through my coaching program. Of that, I have a 90.4% success rate. Yeah, 90.4% success rate are the ones who pass through my program. The ones who go through coaching on their own pass at a 39.6% success rate. I double that. Why did I double it? Because I care about it. Look, you have the potential. You do. You have what it takes. All you need is the framework. Don't join the over 70% who don't make it. Don't be part of that. You want to be ready for this. I want you to stop right now, link down below, click any link you want to, any of my 4 or 5 coaching programs I have there to get you through. Take on a link, go into my calendar, start off now to have me help you coach you. I can show you how it's done. I've got tons of reviews that show my work. I am serious about getting the badge on your chest. Be serious about this. Train with me. I'll show you how to do it. Oh, but the investment in you. You're going to get this career, right? Making good money, benefits, nice life, be the first in your family, maybe the third in your family, for a tiny investment in me to make a lifelong career for yourself. So that's what you got to think about. The last thing here is very serious. I need you to want to continue your mission. This is your mission. You have to fulfill this mission to get the badge. Continue the mission. Take care. Bye-bye.